Thank y'all for being here. Hey, everybody. Hey, Katina. How you doing today? Hey, Patricia. Go Glow. G Wig. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, YouTube. Those of you that are new here to seeing me, I am Goddess Just Be. I am the personalized blood type connection catalyst. I have people on their wellness journey in the areas of mind, body, and soul. I speak with my inner being. I'm a blood type B in the physical reality. And blood type Bs are balancers. They're normally known as the oracles, the people that circle back. They might be card readers. They might be spiritual healers, Reiki healers. Majority of them, they only represent 10% of the United States population. I normally talk about eating right for your blood type, weight loss cheat codes, personalized meal plans, herbal remedies, financial connections, all of these things as it pertains to blood type. And actually, believe it or not, today is the last day of a sale that I have on my Woke as F course. That's the name of it. Woke as F. And it's a blood type connection program that is valued over $500. It's on sale right now on my website at $99, only up until a couple of hours from now, and it's going back to its regular price. But I offer these particular things because of one meaning, one purpose, one goal is to allow people to get, oh, it only have 1 hour and 29 minutes. And then so after this live, it ain't gonna be on sale no more. So it's linked in my bio, saltoftheearthpub.org. Anyway, I offer this here type of stuff because I like to help mankind. I like to help mankind, and I came forth in this physical reality to do just that. Help mankind once I awakened myself. That's what we really all positioned to do. Once we wake up, we're supposed to be getting in a position to give back to mankind, to give back to source, to be a blessing to other people. But we first have to realize that we're the Christ conscious one. And so being that I'm conscious, I wanted to help people in readings, card readings, this night, Monday through Thursday at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. I'm in Arizona Mountain Time. I come on and I normally do shadow realm readings to help people on their shadow work. That's the hidden side of themselves that maybe they're not talking about, but it may be hindering them from their blessings. Like, right? The non-physical side, the trauma that we all sign up for, that we all got to heal ourselves and realize that we are the savior of. And I normally do that, but I'm doing something different here with these tarot cards. I just got them in today. I changed my backdrop and everything for my supporters because I want to teach my supporters everything about every aspect of God that there is, not just the matrix as it pertains to eating right and blood type connection, but as within, so without. So you all, or we all are connected to the stars, numerology, the moon, the sun, the ground, all the elements. And so I guess my audience, in this portion of what I'm speaking to, my audience probably be a little bit religious people who are kind of like afraid of the so-called devil and the boogeyman in their closet that they created in their mind based upon their fears and their limited beliefs. Or maybe spiritual seekers, or people who probably are tarot readers already. Anybody that's on a spiritual journey, I welcome you here because we're like-minded energy. I provide for you a community. Hey, Rita, and Sandra, thank y'all for being here. I provide for you a community of like-minded people. Check out my website. I have something for everybody, no matter what walk of life. And remember, we're all on a journey. We're all energy, frequency, and vibration. And in this matrix, this game of life, we all trying to get to this same place. There's really only one God, one faith, and one baptism. So today, with all of that spiel being said, y'all excuse my tiger. I've been working out, so I'm going to look like this here for a little minute. So today, we're going to be talking about numerology. And I want to be engaging with you all. Those of you that know that I'm going to be doing the tarot readings, first of all, this here, that's if you can see this here on the screen. Can y'all see this on the screen? Everybody can see this? Yeah, you're welcome. This is my cards. These are my cards on the screen right here. Let me bring this camera, King. Let me see if I can tilt it if it don't start acting up. Let's see. Let's see. Let me bring this camera. Can you see that? See right here? I just want you to see the table right here. This here? Okay. That's what everybody else could see instead of all my house and all of that. Anyway, this here is a table where I have my cards set up on. And if you notice, they have gray, colored gray salt. All of this is for purpose, and I want to teach you as I go on with this here. Okay, you moved over, Miss Grateful. Okay, cool. I want to teach you as I go on. So there's certain ways we're not doing cards. Remember, we're doing numerology, but I want to teach in as I go on this path. So there are certain ways. I'm gonna put it up here so every channel can see. All right. So there are certain ways when you get a new deck of cards, when you're doing tarot card, you want to respect. You want to respect energy. Remember how I said all things are energy, frequency, and vibration. And so, an effort for you church people or you people that never seen this perform that don't understand this, energy needs to be cleared. They have certain crystals. Remember, everything that's out here is in here. So you have crystals inside of you. Okay? Don't get it twisted. That's how you activate your dormant DNA. Anyway, this here clear quartz crystal, I'm using this crystal as an energy point, right? And the purpose of this, we hold up. We learning today. Does anybody know why I have this crystal in this soda here? I'm gonna ask you. Does anybody know? Does anybody know? This is a new deck of cards. What? Richard. Oh no, Richard, you on the wrong channel, babe. You on the huh? Oh, Richard. You know what? Here's a we got a troll, y'all, over here. Like, let me deal with the troll. Y'all ain't, no, I ain't gonna say what the troll on. We got a troll over here named Richard, and we're gonna Richard quoting scriptures and what he's saying. Jesus Christ tell us to be watchful of spirits like this who teach other gospel. Don't be fooled. Okay, see what I mean? See about what I mean about ignorance, but we're gonna tell this one thing to Richard. Richard, the biblical text also said, I'll make your enemies my footstool. So I'm gonna use your energy, Richard. What I want you to do as my enemy that's gonna be my footstool, I'm gonna use it. And by you commenting, you're gonna bring more people to the live over there, Richard. That's what I order you to do. So you wild out over there. Anyway, let's keep on going. Thank you, Richard. Thank you for the part of that you played in the story of life. Okay, so anyway, so cleansing, somebody said. Mel, look at Mel. Yeah, clearing the energy. Yeah, you guess cleansing. You right on it, beautiful one. So the purpose for this here, yeah. So y'all on it, yeah. So there's so many different ways you could clean. Hey. Thank you for being here. There's so many ways you could clean. You don't really have to use things outside of yourself. I want you to understand this here. You don't have to use things outside of yourself. So the clear quartz crystal in the physical reality, the purpose of it is to clear energy. And you could actually use this here crystal to clear the energy of you, clear the energy on you. Like you could carry crystals on your body actually. And just because of your mindfulness and your knowing or your belief, for example, just like Richard over here believe in Jesus heavily, like, right? And so maybe Jesus could work for him if he believed it heavily enough, but he have to get to the knowing state of being. So when you know, and when you've researched and you learned about this crystal, you studied to show thyself approved, and you rightly divide what is true for you in your simulated environment. When you do that kind of stuff, your crystal now, because of your thought, it has power to work for you, not against you, and it don't be of the devil like Richard, think it is, like, right? So on you, you could carry with you to clear your energy. That way, if you indicate, like, say, for example, you work at the hospital or work at the, in the courts. If you work in that kind of environment, you can clear that energy because of your knowing of this being a clearing energy crystal off of you before you get home. So that way you're not carrying, because everything's energy. Even when you invite people over to your house, you can clear the energy of the room with crystals. Remember, in the health arena, I teach you about Celtic salt, right? I teach you all to manipulate when I'm talking about, healing the body, to manipulate your water, giving your waters colored salt. Now, this salt here has the ability also to clear energy. Just like if you were to put it on your tongue, actually it will be clearing up bacteria. It'll clear harmful energy as within, so without. So just merely me placing this crystal, clear quartz crystal, which its purpose is to clear chaotic energy. And the reason why I want to clear this is because it's new. It's because I want to put my intentions, my energy on it. In the factory, the people who handle it, the mailman, the other hands or other places kind of like absorbed the energy. It absorbed the energy of other people and other places. But now, by clearing it for an appointed time, I want it to be cleared of the old in order for it to absorb my energy, my intention. Another way you can do this is leaving the cards outside. And you will bring the card outside for the moon and the sun energy for 24 hours. That way the moon beat and kissed it and the sun beat and kissed it. Anybody understand why we would do a moon cleansing? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody know that part? Yeah, it's clear cord. Anybody? Why 24 hours? What's with the 24 hours? Does anybody understand that? No? Y'all not there yet? Okay. So the reason for the 24 hours to recharge, energize, energy. We back that energy because all things are energy, frequency, and vibration. So we bring in moon equals emotions. Yeah. So we bring in it outside because outside we have the law of polarity going on out there. So in the law of polarity says that all things must be two sides. So yin and yang equals two sides, like, right? God represents two sides, like this image behind me, two sides. But guess what? All is God. So I would bring it, I could, but I ain't gonna do that part. I could bring it outside and allow the sun for its appointed time to touch it, and the moon to touch it, and that'll be 24 hours. So that'll be 4:29 p.m. tomorrow. Then it'll be cleared. So what happened during that process is masculine energy, which is the sun, and feminine energy, which is the moon, had then recharged it and kissed it. And so all old, stale, past energies is off of it. I could simply blow it and just count it blessed just like that. But for the sake of you all, I wanted to clear the energy this here way so y'all can get the good understanding of what we're doing here. And so after we clear the energy, it'll be cool for us to use the cards, do readings and get familiar with the card and how the images look and hold them, because now these are my cards. So this is my way of blessing. Just like, we have the prayer warriors in church. Well, I just kind of like became the prayer warrior over these cards. And so just like we have that olive oil in church and the preacher or the pastor bless it. Well, guess what? This ritual, because they're doing a ritual too now, this ritual that they're doing in church with the olive oil that only the pastor, the apostle can bless. Well, I'm doing a ritual per se over these cards that only me can bless, and only me now can touch my cards. This ain't nothing that the children could play with. This is my intention, my energy, me connecting to the card so that my inner being can I'm really creating a holy trinity. Me, my inner being, and these cards. I can look at these images. I can look at numerology. I can hear my inner being speaking to me, and I can listen to what my thought, my first impression is of this card. So now, if there be two or more together, I'll be God in the midst. You see how I'm getting this here energetic flow? I want you to understand that. I want you to understand it. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Okay. So that's what we're doing with the card. So I'm not going to use the card today, but I want to teach you something about numerology and how all things are connected, even in your life, because I want to, all things are energy and frequency and vibration. So I don't want to rush in using my cards just yet, because these are brand new. I'm putting my intentions, I'm clearing my card, and I also want to look at the faces of my card. I want to talk to my inner being about my card, and that way when when it's time to do the reading, I'm in flow and I have energy that I've conjured up. Because even if we were building an altar per se, It's about energy that you conjured up. It's about the relationship. It's about talking to your inner being. It's about looking at the card over and over and over. It's about if we're manifesting. It's about thinking that feel good thought. All we really all collectively are doing, even if you're in church, if you're praying over and over, all you really doing or pleading the blood of Jesus over and over is repeating it until you know it to be true, and you done created a relationship. So all I'm doing is creating relationship. You getting this here? Yeah, cleanse your inner. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Look at you over there, salvation. I like that name too. So we're gonna let that sit, and I'll get back when I feel like I've conjured up the knowing state, and then we're gonna start card. But anyway, point of this video, numerology. Anybody know anything about numerology? Because these cards gonna have numbers on it. Why am I talking about numerology? Because these cards have numbers on it. Every card is numbered. And I want you to understand that when we deal with these cards, we're doing astrology, numerology, the elements. Yes, yes, yes. Manifesting. Yeah, yeah. A little. Okay, okay. We're gonna do a little bit. Okay, a little beautiful one. Okay, good. So we're gonna do a little brain teaser so you can see how numerology is working in your life right now. Everybody have a house, right? Everybody have an apartment, right? No homeless people up in here, huh? Because I don't know how we gonna do that. Everybody got a house? Yes or no? Anybody got an apartment, house, condo, any place where you live that have a number on there? Everybody got a number, like an address number, right? Even if you in, unit 2B, you got a 2 on there, right? Right. Okay. So think about, I'm going to show you how numerology is being present where you don't even understand that you're even down to your name, your cubicle number at work, your address at your house, your license plate. All of this is energy, frequency, and vibration, and it's giving you a message. But if you don't have eyes, you can't see it. If you don't have ears, you can't hear it. Okay? This is what the biblical text was trying to tell you. So let's say I want you to do something. I got my little notebook right here. Let's say, the number's gonna be backwards, huh? But I'm gonna do easy. I'm gonna go easy. Let's say you lived at, your address was 1000 West Sunshine Valley. 1000 West Sunshine Valley. All right. I want you to think about what your address is. The numbers in your address, I want you to add those numbers. So if I said, wow, you almost said my street, your number. Yeah. So what I want you to do is add your numbers. Now here we go. We're doing numerology. So in numerology, maybe I should have got a marker. Do I have a marker up in this here? In numerology, though, you don't you add a different way. Yeah, let me see if I got a marker up in this here. You add a different way in numerology. Let's see. No, I don't have a marker in there. Okay. Anyway, you add a different way in numerology. Like, I'm gonna try to do it a little thicker. So if I had a 4, if I had 444. So if you have more than, one digit in your address, not a darn penny ain't working. Okay, here we go. If we have 444 West Sunshine Way, in numerology, what you need to be doing is adding the 4 plus the 4 plus the 4. So 4 plus 4, 8. All right. And then 8 plus 4 is 12, right? And so when you have 12 in numerology, you want to get down to one number, right? And so there you go. So 1 plus the 2. So now we have a number 3. Y'all see how I got that? Now I want you to do that to your address. Do that for your address. Do that for your address right now. Your address. Your 9. Oh, I love that 9, boy. Whoop, 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 whoop. Do that for your address. Everybody understand that. Do that for your address. Add your address, the numbers. If it's 444, add 4 plus 4 plus 4. Bring that down. You got an 8 plus 4. Then your answer is 12. Now with your 12, which is your answer, you're going to add the 1 plus the 2 in the 12, and you're going to get to one solid number. One solid number. Now here we go. As it pertains to numerology, that house number has a meaning. All numbers have meaning. Every last one of them. And so the energy or the expression of life based upon whatever that number means is what you're exuding in your physical reality by living there. Right? You get that? So that number for you is a message for you when you move in there, how your path, how your living environment or situation gonna be as long as you live there. This is the season for blank, which is the definition of that number. So for example, me, check this out. It's not no coincidence. Mine, I moved from New Orleans and I'm in Arizona. My number, when I put them together, my number is 1. Anybody else number was number 1? Anybody else number 1? Beautiful one said her number was number 1. Not the master numbers. Okay, yeah. Okay. Number 1. Nobody? Just beautiful one? Okay, so for number 1, new beginnings, right? Independence, leadership. So in this house, in the energy of me moving into this house represent an energy that was expressed as being new beginnings, leadership. That's the season that I walked into when I purchased this here home. And that's evident for me because guess what? Early retirement, moving from New Orleans, Louisiana. See how that message right there? Because I was hearing and I had the ear to hear. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And look, and then Katina, she's a number 1, and she's a testament of this. My house was brand new at purchase. New beginnings. New beginnings, right? So, number 2, any number 2s? Any number 2s? 2 is, can you choose a house based upon the number? You could. And that's where Nikola Tesla did what he would actually go to hotel stays, and the number had to be a 369 because he had a knowing that there was energy in those numbers. Some people don't know that. You can request that. Like on my 432 hertz of healing frequency audio book, I attune each chapter in the book to stop at a second, minute down to the second, where it totaled either a 3 or 6 or 9. When you in tune to numbers, you'll know to do these things because those are energetic numbers that are really, really powerful in the spiritual reality. Like, right? The 3, 6, 9. So for 2, anybody that had 2, balance. 2 represents balance or the peacemaker. So that'll be a good home as it pertains to peace, as it pertains to balance in life. Balance maybe with relationship, balance with finances, things like that. And you make the meaning because it is personal to you. Those that are at 3, that will be like a moment in your journey. If your address equals the sum of 3, then maybe creativity or self-expression is going to be, you're going to be speaking your truth finally from a moment or maybe years of not even being able to open up your mouth, letting people maybe walk all over you. But in that house, in that house, please give me a good positive news or she wants a good positive mood. So in that house, You're going to be a creative being while there because that's the energy of that home. And it wasn't no coincidence that you got that home. It was the fact that everything in this matrix is attuned to proper coding, and you going with flow. You probably don't understand this here. You probably don't see this here, but it exists. Number 4. Anybody house was number 4? Anybody number 4? Well, number 4, if you think about number 4, an easy way to remember number 4 is that a number 4 looked like a chair, like, right? So you think about foundation. Yeah, okay, Miss Grateful. You think about foundation. You think about stability when you are on number 4. If your house address equals a number 4, because that has everything to do with foundation, order. And some of them A's, a lot of them A's, because okay, A represent a bloodline. Just in case you don't know, a bloodline, they're people who are governed underneath the energy of order. They like order in their life. This is how they think about things. So it wouldn't surprise me that a lot of A's are in houses that their total sum equals a number 4, because number 4 is a number of order, of reality, stability. A's like to be stable. They like to be on time and stuff, like, right? Of logic. That's for number 4. Number 5. Number 5. Now, number 5 could represent change, adventure, freedom. Freedom. Okay? Number 5. I read a 4 house wasn't good to live in. Well, it is your belief and your sway toward what good is and what not so good is. Because I could say, okay, I could say I don't look good right now. Somebody rather could say I don't look good right now. But my good is like, it's a good, beautiful thing how I look right now, because my perception of it is like, well, I'm natural. Well, I don't have no makeup. Now, many people could pull that off. Well, I feel free. I feel alive. I've been working out. I look perfect to me. So it depends upon the observer. You can find the good in anything. So you can find full being good as it pertains to, okay, now I'm at a place where I just need to sit my butt still and figure out me. I need to figure out my foundation. So this is just sorting or sifting moments for me. This is about me to get my little life, my little mind, my thoughts in order. So it's good that I meet myself here, because this here is the beginning of my unfoldment to really knowing more about me. You can find the good, because if they have bad, they got to have good. So we don't want to turn numerology into something dark, and we don't want it to haunt ourselves. We want to find the good in there so we can thrive and we can grow no matter where we are in our journey. Right? Okay. So next up, 6. 6 gonna represent love. Love, yes. It's gonna represent love and nurturing. So in that house, that makes so much sense. Yeah. You because here's the thing. And please don't miss this one here. Don't miss this one here. By watching me, go watch some other people and miss it over there, baby. But don't miss this here. You are the alchemist. If you reading the cards, if you observing the number, if you hearing from your inner being, I don't care. You are the alchemist. So that means the alchemist can change it, change the mind, change for the good. As an alchemist, you want to find the good in things. At least you make your own self suffer. Or at least you turn your own self into negative energy, right? So we were at 6. Love. So in that house, if you have a number that equals 6 in your house, now baby, you're gonna find your partner maybe there. So if you're single and you're about to move, and you're about to move and you have a choice of what your address gonna be between 2 houses, I would choose the house that equals to one of the 6s, because 6 represent love up in here. 6 represented nurturing, so maybe you finally get to have them babies. You see where I'm going here? It represents harmony and healing. Maybe you could heal from your trauma in this here new house that equates to a 6. So when you know this, now you could add numbers in your head and maybe choose the path of where you want to go. If you want to go, if you want a frequency where you want that nurturing, that love frequency, well, look for the sixes. Nikola Tesla was doing this here. Nikola Tesla was looking for the creativity in the three, the love and harmony in the six, and the completion. He had a whole tool, whole process of how he was going to look for what he wanted and mark it as complete. He sealed that thing with the 9. Okay? So 6 is love. 6 is love. And in the biblical text, they talk about 7 a lot. So we all know what 7 is. 7 represents spirituality. Or maybe knowledge. We could call it wisdom, spirituality, intellect, knowledge. 7. We think about 7 when we think about the 7 chakra pools of energy. When you become one with yourself, you have that intellect. You're on your Christ conscious mode. You open your awareness to all knowing. So you have knowledge of both good and evil, of both darkness and light. So that's what represents the number. 7 represents that energy. 8 represents prosperity. And the easy way to remember 8 is because you think about that twin flame, you think about that connection, you think about a union, you think about you being connected with prosperity. You think about a bond, like money bond. You think about a bond in with 2 people, or you can think about a bond or connection that's keeping you together with flow. This is about giving and receiving. Number 8 is about success. So if you've been through and you've been broken or broken and you want money, you want to prosper in your next home, choose one with the number, as far as numerology, that sums up to be a number 8. Because that energy will assist you. All things are energy, frequency, and vibration. All things. And last but not least, number 9. And I love that number 9. Ooh, because number 9 is the highest numerical number, representing completion. It represents completion. It represents wisdom. It represents service to humanity. Now, you could do this with your name. Like I said, you could do this with license plates. You could do this with address. And so when you do it with your name, you best understand your life. You best understand you. This is part of getting to know you and the energies that you're attracted to, because all things are energy, frequency, and vibration. Even when I begin to flip these cards, it's going to be, and read people, it's going to be the card that pop up going to be the energy that person is attracting. That this energy is like, it's like a magnet. So out of all 78 of these cards, that person going to attract maybe success, maybe broken heart, making broken relationships, whatever come up, so shall it be. Because the energy that you can't see, some can see if they can see through this all-seeing eye, but the energy that you can see, that's what's really running this show. Just like how I do blood type connection. You can't see people blood type, but it's really running this show. You can't see what you're emitting all the time, but guess what? That's what you're going to get back, because that's the frequency that you're on, right? 8, representing business. Yeah, good business, a prosperous business. So like, for example, how beautiful one called out 8 being about business, prosperity. If I was to be looking for maybe a building, a warehouse for my business, I'm meeting with realtors, I ain't going to the ones that don't equal number 8. Because you set yourself up for success by this energetically. You set yourself up for success. You don't know this, you just wilding out. Can the blind lead the blind? How? At least they both fall up in a ditch. You see? This is the hidden truth in the biblical text, how they say they have eyes and they cannot see. They have ears and they don't hear. But he who has an ear, I'm happy for you all being here, because he who has an ear, let him hear. Let the naysayers believe that, okay, she over there trying to teach them about darkness. Let them, but here's the thing, energetically, Richard wasn't ready no way. Richard's ears were full of wax. In the spiritual realm, Richard's eyes wasn't nowhere near open. It wasn't the season. So let them talk. See, you got to get to a place in your journey, in your spiritual journey, where you don't give a damn what nobody say you are. You are who you say you are, right? Now I understand, because back in the day when I first started with this here, and I never did this with the masses. I only did it before by myself within me, because I feel as though first you got to go within and figure out you, what part of the story you play. Back in the day, when I was dating and I was doing this, yeah, of course I had a little shoebox. Of course, I had a shoebox. I'll put it in a shoebox, slide it underneath the bed, put it in the closet. I didn't want people to see that I had freaking, witch books, crystals and dirt. The goddess of Shun underneath my bed, little salt underneath my bed, little skeleton bones underneath your bed. You don't really, because you're not just comfortable just yet in your skin with it. You don't even know it just yet. So it's a season to come out and be like, look, I am who I say I am. So you can't create in my kingdom no way. So with your word, if anything, you come over here, I can manipulate the energy of you and make you do what I want you to do. When you really become God in your simulated environment, right? So it's a time and a season for all things. So if you're just starting out, I would honestly suggest that you kind of go in your secret closet, kind of like learn about numerology, learn about the cards, learn as it pertains to you getting the wisdom and knowledge first. First, you must seek it until your cup overflow. And then when your cup overflow, then you have the abundance to come back. Now, here's the thing about cards now. You don't need this. You don't need this. I am going to tell you this, and I say this all the time. You do not need no card. You don't need no darn crystal. You don't even need to eat right for your blood type if you're going to get real with it, because you could trump all of this through thought, through mindfulness. Okay? So understand, no matter what reader you watch, no matter expensive crystal that you might have, you shall always, I said shall, you shall always, I said shall, you shall always be the most powerful crystal that you will ever own. Do you hear me? You shall always be the most powerful crystal, over here, you two, that you will ever own. You shall always be the most powerful crystal that you will ever own. Even as it pertains to cards, you have an inner being that is speaking to you and through you every day without a card. Do you walk around with a card every day when you go to work? Your inner being be there. So you will always be your own reader without a card. Without a card. So my point in telling you this here as we move forward is, don't put all of your energy or your hope in, oh, I gotta find out. I gotta go to the card. I gotta go to the crystal. I gotta go, because you got hung up on that when you said, I gotta go to Jesus. I gotta go to pastor. I gotta go to the judge. I gotta go to my boss. I gotta go to the lawyer. No, 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 no. God is within. The kingdom of God is within you. This is tools. These are tools that we can use in the game of life. But don't you ever get your mind messed up where you banking on this over your mind. Because your mind, within your mind, you have an innate ability to tap into source energy through thought alone. You see a card up here? This is just eyes closed, mind focus. Right brain hemisphere, left brain hemisphere, together becoming one. This you. This you. And these particles around here represent spirit. Spirit is there. Everybody have the innate ability to tap into this source of the superconscious stemming from spirit at any point in time, without a card, without salt, and without a crystal. Without Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, Thoth, Buddha, Krishna, none of them. Do you hear me? You got to know that. And much more powerful. Okay? So you got to know that moving forward too. So play around with the idea since I showed you about numerology as it pertains to your house address and it pertains to your name. Now the name is a little bit different because we're going from letters to get the number. Let me see if I can think about a name. Let me just show you briefly a simple name. Let's see. Let's just call somebody Bab. 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 So we don't have to go too deep. But I just want to give you an example. So the first letter in the alphabet is A. So you turn letters into numbers. You probably want to look online for the numerology chart for letters as they equate to numbers when you're doing your name, or you could count A, B, C, D, D. But if you got R's and S's and T's and W's, it'll be easy if you had the chart online. So when you're doing a name spelled B-A-B, the first letter in the alphabet is going to be a 1. A. A is 1. So that means B represents 2. So we got two number 2s. So this is how you do your name. This is how you do your name. So A, it represents the number 1. The 2 B's represent number 2, right? In the alphabet. So you add the 2 plus the 1 plus 2. So 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. So we're back at the number 5 as it pertains to your name, right? And that will tell you the energy or the life path or the energy of your life, what your life is represented. Just like the numbers represented, your number of your house represented the energy of that you're going to dwell in, where your name represents a number 2. So a lot of you, because you're conscious beings, gonna have a name that when you put the numerology to it and get a 1-digit number, it's gonna be like number 9. Because guess what? Number 9 represents service, wisdom, completion. Yeah. And so now you know even now energy as it pertains to your path. You know energy as it pertains to numerology, as it pertains to your house. Do this and play with this here and get to know yourself on an energetic level as it pertains to numerology. Yeah. Hi, y'all running errands while listening. Thank you for being here. Y'all understanding this? Y'all understanding this here? Who's lost in the sauce? Because I don't want to leave nobody behind. Yeah, it is. It is. Who's lost in the sauce? Anybody? Anybody lost in the sauce? You, Miss Rita says, I'm so glad to be here with you, goddess. Yeah. So y'all, that's y'all homework. You understand, Miss Grateful? Good. Good. Because it's really, really simple. And this is you getting to know yourself. Getting to know yourself as far as numerology is concerned. And so when people call it out like master numbers, that kind of like it's like a double potion of the anointing, kind of like how we used to say in church. Like like when we're calling out like 1111, that's a really, really powerful one. I as the alchemist, I as my alchemist look at 1111 as the way is open. That's my spiritual guides letting me know I'm in the right path. And so to me, because I have conjured up this energy with the right side of my brain, my spiritual, my inner being, we've been doing this thing for years. So that's almost like a high five, like to me. That's almost like good job. You know, I see you. So that's what I, as my alchemist, and see, you're going to have other people like, no, it don't mean that. No, it means, who do you say you are? You're the alchemist. Mm-hmm. You are the interpreter of the dream, of the card, of the number, and give it power that you want it to have. Yeah, you could look at the book or whatever the key, like with the cards, a little tarot book come with it and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Flip through that. But you have an inner being that's talking to you. You have a feeling, you have a thought when you look at that card. You see? So with that being said, is who do you say, what you say the number is. So for 1111, 1111 represents the way is open. My inner being is pleased. I'm in alignment. Okay? It don't matter who say it don't mean that. Guess what? I'm the alchemist. You the alchemist. If that's what you want to give your 1111, that's what it means. The path, the way is open. And you resonate with that and you keep that. That's your law. And so when your name is in double digits, if it's there, if it's at 11, you understand, you reverence that number 11 by itself. That's intuitiveness. That's you being wise. But when it's 11, that's a double portion of that. So that's like the way is open. You can't get this thing wrong. You're in alignment. You're in alignment with your path, your purpose. I'm rooting for you. You have the whole universe rooting for you. Okay? So if your number for your name is like that, then guess what? You tap yourself off, because this energy, you liking your result or the number that you get, you liking it and you saying thankful. I mean, you saying I'm grateful. You saying I knew it. Oh, I'm so proud of me. Oh, that make me feel good. All of this goes back to this being energy. Just like your relationship with your partner. You got this solid relationship because you conjured up energy. You kept on seeing them. You kept on calling them. You kept on having sex with them. You kept on forgiving them. You kept on laughing with them. You kept on going on a date with them. That's all I'm telling you to do with your inner being. And then you get to a point when your relationship with a man who's in physical, only 0.01% of all there is, you get a point in a relationship like, my man or my woman, he would never do that to me. You lying. I know him better than that. Well, yeah, I want you to get to that point with your inner being where you said, oh, my inner being told me to put the course on sale for $99 for one person. I know that was my inner being. I know because I know that voice, because we're connected, because we have this relationship, because we've been through so many different things. You see? 22, that's like a master builder type number. 33 is a master teacher number. So if you begin to see those numbers as it pertains to your journey, and you in flow with your calling, your purpose, embrace that. Love that. See the beauty in that, not the bad, like, oh, who the hell I gotta teach? No, we ain't doing bad. Find the good for your sense of peace and well-being on your journey. Find the good. I understand. Yes, good. I'm happy y'all understand this here. Move sent roses. Good. Thank you, Move. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Dion. How you always get up in here so late? Or when you listening and you just happen to touch the screen or something. But yeah, it is powerful because you are powerful. Now see things like that. This is why when I tell you, Sam, man, when I tell you all that that you are powerful, because as within, so without. These tools outside are powerful, but guess what that means? You got to be powerful too, because as within, so without. When people be like, oh, when you look at God. Wait, hold up. You mean tell me God out there, God that blessing? Oh, okay. As within, so without. So if God out here, then God got to be up in here. Because all things are two sides. On earth as it is in heaven, in religion, in spirituality, as within, so without. As above, so below. Yeah. This is, we all we all, I'm hopeful that people like Mr. Richard will circle back, because we're really talking about the same thing. We're really going to the same place, and you really can find wisdom in here. But them fools, they despise that wisdom. They say this in the biblical text. And so I'm not calling church people fools, but some of them be on that frequency where they don't want to open up their mind to this yet. They don't want to open up their mind to this truth, this wisdom that could really help them energetically stay in flow and get the desires of their heart. Life is about flow. Life is about flow. Following the path of flow versus the path of least resistance, because resistance is going to bring you to stumbling blocks. Just like when we talk about eating right for your blood type. Resistance, doing the ones that ain't good for your blood type, you're going to get stumbling blocks. You're going to get this ease. You're not knowing how to who you're compatible with by blood type. Well, you're gonna be with resistance. That means you're gonna end up with that divorce because you didn't know. Knowing yourself is taken to knowing God. Anyway, That's the video. That's what I have for you all tonight. So y'all play with the numerology. I only come live Monday through Thursday, 4 p.m. Mountain Time. Follow me if you're new to me. You're just seeing me, and check out my website. I have some sales going on. Well, the sale probably over now. It was for an hour more on my Woke as F course, but that's probably over. But still, sign up for the newsletters. Often I give out discounts and things, and free consultations sometimes when I have open slots on my schedule. And I just like to talk about health and wellness. I'm a blood type B in the physical reality. I am a balancer. I'm here to assist and help mankind get to know themselves because it's aching to know God. First, I was on the journey of going through so much hell in my life that I first had to save myself. And all of this wisdom and knowledge and understanding comes from a life of coming up in church, from a mother who's a minister, and being in church and wanting to find a harmonious union and connection, or pretty much wanted to find out the part of the story I played and wanted to know who I was, and being sad, about not figuring out life and about not having good luck, so to speak. And when I became like about 12, 13 years old, I made a promise to myself that when I grew up, I wasn't going to be like the church people. Sorry. Yeah, but not sorry. I made a promise that I would not have that mindset, that I would not have that diet, that I would not work and be a soldier all the days of my life in the army of the Lord. I made that promise, and that promise is true in my physical reality. And because I made that promise and held true to it, and I became conscious, I remember saying when I was not conscious, but when I was learning just a tad bit, when I get out of this rut, I'm going to be that person that's going to help other people that look like me. And hell, they don't even have to look like me, but I just want to be that person to give back to mankind because I felt like I was going through so much hell. But in the tail end, I realized that I went through so much hell to be in a position to help other people, and so I will. And in the midst of me going through that hell, what I also figured out that I came out a black God. And so I'm trying to help my reflections who may be on a wellness journey, on a journey of finding truth out of religion, and where you won't be judged, where I can sit here and teach you and I can tell you the biblical text, the logical side, numerology side, the bloodline side, the everything, the code in the matrix, because I've been through a whole lot. Don't let the cute face fool you. I've been through some things. But this video here was from my heart to yours. Be blessed, babe. Okay, bye. Yeah, I'm so happy you learning, Rita. I'm so proud of you. Y'all be blessed. Enjoy your weekend.